much the same routine over and over and over again. Ooh, look, we're going live.
I fixed it.
Yay, we're going to go on YouTube here in a second. I'm not going to start over. That would be crazy.
Oh, you need to for the people that only do YouTube.
I'm not going to talk about hot dogs again, but I'll do a little intro again. Sans hot dogs. Because that hot dog monologue was pretty ripping. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I can't replicate that. You got to watch it on tape, because otherwise it's not going to be any good again the second time. So are we here yet?
We are live.
Oh yeah, we got microphone and everything. Hi everyone, we're back on YouTube today. Wow, I'm so happy to be back. Anyway, it's July 17th, National Hot Dog Day. So just a recap for the people that were following us on Facebook Live, and now I'm going to get you guys caught up. So hot dogs are great. Go eat some today. Blah, blah, blah. Got it? Okay, good. Hello, Ghost fans. Welcome back. To those of you new to our show, let me tell you who we are at the Skeptics Sanctum. We might be a group of individuals who may or may not live in a dark basement full of enchanted items needed to destroy any kind of evil mythological monster or demon should they rise up against humanity. Or we are just a team of people interested in the paranormal and the supernatural who simply want to believe, but we also want proof, and of course we want the facts. And now for the format of our show. Because we are not your normal paranormal show. It is our goal at the Skeptic Sanctum to take you, the paranormal fans, the ghost hunters, supernatural skeptics, and other, on a humorous yet informational ride through the paranormal genre. And as always, our formula is very simple. We are 25% facts, 25% fun, 25% beer, because that's what keeps me in the chair, and 25% stuff we make up as we go along, just to keep it real. And since Joey Chestnut ate 71 hot dogs in 10 minutes at the 2019 Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest on the 4th of July, we at the Skeptic Sanctum always give you, the ghost hands, supernatural skeptics, paranormal pundits, ectoplasm collectors, and whomever else is listening out there, 171% of pure paranormal education, entertainment, and fun. And as always, we are live for tonight's show. In fact, we are always live somewhere in the space-time continuum, especially tonight, and possibly we were live in the past because we were there. And I know we'll be live someplace in the future, so if you happen to replay this podcast, watch us on YouTube tomorrow, next week, next year, guess what? We're live again, right in your face, the way we should be.
Oh, I'm not on that camera.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And anyway, and now for tonight's show. And as you can tell from the folks that are watching on YouTube, tonight's show, we are going out of this world. Crazy. Out of this world. That's right. We're going to talk about some extraterrestrials.
Yes.
Yes.
You're not surrounded by them, I swear.
Kind of. So for centuries, people have looked up into the night sky and seen all those pretty sparkling lights. And that big ball of cheese sitting up there.
Which one? The one that's molten or the one that just kind of looks like a wheel of cheese?
The wheel of cheese.
The wheel of cheese?
Yeah, the wheel of cheese. Not the melty cheese. The wheel of cheese.
But the nacho cheese.
Ooh, the nachos. I love nachos. Anyway, so They looked up and wondered, what is up there? Is there cheese up there? They thought that. Are there men on the moon? They thought that too. Are there creatures in outer space? I don't know. Now, we couldn't go to the entertainment world, and for a long time, people have been talking about...
What?
Why is everybody talking?
Mom's hiding behind the microphone.
Oh, anyway... So anyway, people have been using and talking about extraterrestrials in entertainment for a long time. From Orson Welles, his famous broadcast where people actually thought the aliens were taking over the world. Scary stuff. Turned into a couple good movies though. Back in the 50s, and the latest one, even though it had Tom Cruise in it, it was still an okay movie. And we moved on from those movies and other, The Day the Earth Stood Still, which is a classic. Just an alien wanted to come down and help us. There was a Outer Limits episode where the aliens came down to serve man.
Dun, dun, dun.
Turned out there was a cookbook. How to serve man. Not to help us, but to freaking eat us.
Soylent Green is people.
Yeah, Soylent Green is... What? I love Soylent Green.
It's okay. I'm thinking about Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
No, we're not going to talk about that one. We're going to go talk about two movies that came out in the 70s. E.T. and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Friendly aliens.
I barely remember these.
They were friendly aliens here to help us. E.T. phoned home. It was fun. He was out there to, like, make people better.
E.T. was in the 80s, like early 80s.
No, whatever.
It happened.
One of those decades. So anyway, so those two movies, awesome, had friendly aliens. We move along to Alien. Oh, that was just a bad, wicked alien. I hope we never find aliens like that up there because, ugh. And Predator, same thing.
Those are also aliens.
And even...
Kind of
The
alien.
Day the Earth Stood Still.
Yeah, we were talking about that already.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm just catching up.
Yeah. Catch up.
That's what happens when you hide behind the microphone.
And then we had a movie, even though it was directed by M. Night Shyamalan, it was Signs. With, what's his face? The Australian guy. Anyway, you know who he is. It's a decent movie. Aliens weren't very friendly. And then we go to television, Star Trek. All sorts of aliens there, some good, some bad. And then also Stargate. So if you're a fan of Stargate, again, they had some really cool aliens there. Some were helping us. And they actually took some of the Greys and put them into the movie. They were very helpful. Then he had some other ones, not so much. So throughout our history, from the beginning of man looking up into the stars, to the entertainment world, projecting and promoting aliens, to real life encounters, such as Operation Blue Book. Now that's going to take us as we transition into the real part of the show today. There's a lot of talk lately, and it sort of goes along with Operation Blue Book. The Air Force had this program where they tracked aliens and they talked to pilots and they had photographs of unidentified flying objects and other things that people could not explain. Well, this is actually part of our national archives now, and other countries have similar projects, and they are slowly releasing this information also. Of course, the Russians will be the last ones to do it because they are always hiding stuff from us.
They're from everyone.
From everyone, including themselves. So, it's going to take us to where we are today.
Or where we will be on September 20th.
And before we can start talking about this, we need to take precautions. I feel safe already. Now, because aliens are always up there, listening, watching, probing, and doing all sorts of mean, nasty things to us, the only defense we have, tinfoil hats. And it doesn't matter the shape or size of your tinfoil hat. It's just important that you have one, because their radio waves or whatever they use cannot penetrate. Cannot penetrate. Remember that. So if you're ever going alien hunting, be sure to take along some tinfoil and put it on your noggin. Stick it on your head. put it on a hat, make a hat by itself, and that'll protect all the waves from coming in and attacking your brain and giving you all scrambled eggs and memory loss, what we seem to happens all the time. As you can see from the hats we have here, we have all different shapes and sizes. For the baseball hat look, stylish but functional. And then we have the McDonald's server hat.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, or it could be an Air Force hat.
That's what I was going
Oh,
for.
okay.
Because where are we going on September 20th? Or not maybe us. I can't afford that.
Yeah, we're gonna go there, and then on the end we have
Your stereotypical alien tinfoil hat.
yeah, that is definitely what an alien would wear, trying to say they were part human, but actually they would be the actual alien. Especially with those eyes.
No, those
Crazy,
eyes
isn't it?
definitely
You
give it
don't
away.
know what the tinfoil's for?
Hiding her cone head.
They're from France.
It's to deflect their mind thoughts.
Right.
Mind
They
control?
can't get in there and scramble your noggin, scramble your brain. They can't take control of you if you're wearing the hat. So, as a precaution to everybody listening, if you're dealing with aliens, wear a hat
Definitely.
out of tinfoil. So, say if somebody wanted to make a hat, what would they have to do? It's easy, I
Yeah,
think.
Becky, how'd you make your hat?
Well, I had other things I was going to talk about before that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't know
because
what
I've
you-
been working on this show for a week.
Okay.
Don't know what we're talking about then?
Yeah, I know because
No, nobody told me what we were talking
I
about.
figured I was going to do a show tonight alone, Facebook Live, with no help. But, you know, when you got a great idea, everybody wants in. Okay, first of all, Facebook has been just going crazy with all these memes. Memes. And as you know, because I've been posting them on the Sanctum, and I've been posting them on Sanctum, and for those that are lucky enough to be friends with me on my celebrity page, I'm posting them there too. I think this is pretty funny that because this started with a Facebook page, the way I understand it. I did find a couple of them though that were doing the same thing, so I figure one was probably original and the other two said,
I
hey.
actually know this information.
The other two said, hey, let's catch in on this. And of course now they're kind of getting worried because one of them's for real and the other two are like, oh, we're only joking. We don't want to be taken serious. Because guess what happened? Hotel rooms. Isn't that what you found out? Or booked?
No, I found none of that out. I
Oh.
know the true story.
Oh, well, the thing is, hotel rooms are booked in the area closest to Area 51. What is the story you heard?
Okay, so the whole original story is this guy. Let's see if I can find his name again real quick. He even made a website for the event. Jackson Barnes is his name.
Yep.
And he decided to make an event for Facebook jokingly saying, hey, they can't stop us all if we all storm 9/11, wow. If we all storm Area 51. So what ended up happening is it started snowballing, basically. He got all his friends to say it, they all shared it. It's basic way that things go viral. And in the description for the actual event, it states, we will all meet up at the Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's
What's
see them aliens.
what's a Naruto?
A Naruto run is basically when you're running with your arms out behind you. It's based off that Japanese anime with the kid in the orange jumpsuit. The ninjas.
So they're running like this, their arms behind them.
Yes.
Ah. And they're just going to run into a secured area.
They're running into the Air Force Base, also known as Area 51.
Oh my god.
So, Tom, can you tell us what will happen since you've spent 28 years in the Air Force? Could you tell us your perspective of what could happen?
Well,
Keep in mind, right now, there are 1.5 million. 1.5 million people who have said they're going to help raid the base.
All right.
And let me warn you now. I did have someone that is already there did a video of helicopters and stuff coming into Area 51 and landing, I guess supposedly, not too far from the gate. And these were like the army type with the guns on the side.
Of course.
So.
All right. Well, let's talk about an Air Force response. Or any facility that is guarded and has a gate and it has signs posted for no trespassing. There's probably stuff there that they don't want people to see, touch, or know about. And it has to do a lot more than just aliens. There could be some dangerous items there that they don't want people messing with. So there are instances where if people try to infiltrate a secured facility and location, there are contingencies that the security forces will take to stop those intruders. And one of the things they have, depending on what resources or assets are at the said location, deadly force could be authorized. Now, I can't stress that enough for the folks that think this is a good idea to go in and storm Area 51. It's not safe. Don't do it. I know this was a joke and funny as all heck, and I'm sure it's a movie in the making, and I think it's going to be something like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes when it finally comes out.
That'd be a really good...
I can see it being a movie, and what we're going to find in Area 51, I think it's, as far as what the UFO theorists think is there, I think it's going to be more like
I know what it is.
Geraldo Rivera and Al Capone's vaults.
Oh, I know what they're going to find.
All those missing socks?
Yes, all the missing socks.
All the 10
Jimmy
mil-
Hoffa?
All the dead presidents. Dead presidents. And they're
Wow.
going to be playing poker. Or worse, Pokemon Go.
Oh, yeah. So I don't recommend this type of civil disobedience.
Even on Pokemon Go.
It's not a good thing to do. So anybody out there that is thinking about this and that's saying, yeah, we're gonna do this, you're not gonna get very far. For one, somebody could get hurt or worse, and it could cause some damage.
But
So go out and protest in front of the gate. That'd be fun.
so here's the crazy part. There are celebrities.
There's more?
There are celebrities who are like, yeah, let's all go raid the base. We have Lil Nas X, the dude who did Old Town Road or whatever it was. People were like, and he's like making all these different genre songs. Apparently, rumor has it that he's going to show up and do a concert.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So if a couple 100,000 people show up, or even if a couple thousand people show up still, maybe not the full 10.
Well, I think a lot of
Tens of
people will show
hundreds
up.
of
It's going to
thousands.
be a big party, so...
Yeah, it's going to be our generation's version of Woodstock.
Well, not quite. If there's only one guy playing music, it's not going to last very long.
Well, Chuck Norris is supposed to be there.
Chuck Norris?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Chuck Norris knows better than that.
Yeah, Chuck Norris wouldn't do that.
If anything, he'd be stopping the people from going onto the base because, using... Whoa!
This was got his face.
So what else is supposed to happen? So we have a concert, we got thousands of people maybe?
Hundreds of thousands of people, maybe.
Million?
A million, maybe.
That's not happening.
I don't know. That'd be pretty awesome. I didn't even tell you how many people were interested in this event.
You said 1.5 million said they're going.
Going.
And how many people like the site, the website, the Facebook page?
How many people have... This is an event. It's not just a page.
Oh,
It's the actual
okay, the event, yeah.
1.2 million people are interested, and there's only been 188,000 shares. And there's an actual website. It's called stormarea51.us.
Yeah, it's going to be a movie. So all this is a plot for a movie, I'm guessing. So I don't know that for sure, but
I don't think it's gonna be a plot for a movie. It's just gonna turn into that.
I think it's a joke that went array and crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
It was definitely a joke. I can see maybe that like a lot of people are gonna take it serious, like all the really scary fanatics, a lot of the theorists, some flat earthers maybe. They might all take it serious. The guy with the moon and the dinosaurs in the moon. They're stealing like parts of his liver or whatever.
Oh yeah,
That guy,
yeah.
he might show up.
Or the people that think the moon's a hollowed out space station full of aliens in hibernation.
Yeah.
And, even like today, came out about the aging app that was a challenge, which I did because I thought it was funny. And then they were like, oh, but don't do this or that because the Russians are taking that and using that to collect your photos. And I was like, well, you know what? The elections, what was the elections, 2 years ago? I think the Russians were already able to get on Facebook and collect all the information they wanted from me, especially since that's connected to my photos. So I figure they're still doing it. And you know what? I really don't think it matters if you use this app or not because of that. So those people that are worried about using that app, I'm going to tell you what. Russian hackers are going to go where they want. And since all these celebrities started this challenge, I have a feeling if they're going after checking accounts, they're going to go after their checking accounts before they go after my checking account because there's nothing in my checking account.
That's most Americans, though.
Yeah. So they're going to go after the celebrities first. And, any of you going to this event, if they're following you, it's so that they can get those alien pictures, if there are any.
And there could possibly well be aliens there.
Yeah, we don't
Alien
know.
technology, dead aliens, super secret weapons, advanced technology.
I'm excited for people raiding the base and coming out with UFOs, and then they're just gonna be like, yeah, I got this UFO, 10 grand, it's yours.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
But then you go in and start touching that stuff, you don't know if it's contaminated.
this is true.
Radiation is a bad thing.
Hopefully, because of OSHA laws, there is signage everywhere, and hopefully those who make it in are the least of the stupids.
Yeah, that's true because Area 51 is a big place
This is true.
and it's mostly desert.
I did pull up a picture of it so we can share it
Yeah.
with everybody.
Actually, I wonder if there are radiation signs outside the area.
It's
From
possible.
what I remember, there aren't really anything like that outside the base. Yeah, there's
Skeptics Sanctum theme song. Skeptics Sanctum theme song.
Desolate area.
Skeptics Sanctum theme song.
A whale?
Yes, it's the Skeptics Sanctum theme song.
And they, Air Force, Army, one or whatever it was, showed up and took all this stuff out of it, and that is where Area 51 then started. Now, I'm not sure about this, but this is what my memories tell me. If it wasn't that, it was some other crazy thing. But that's what I'm remembering. Anyways, so if you're going to go there, I suggest you, those things they put on you when you go to the dentist and get your x-rays done?
the lead coats.
Yes. Maybe you want to, take some things like that. Especially if you're a guy, you might want to wear, a jockstrap like that. I would do these things. And then, the tinfoil hat, and I was going to show you how to make a tinfoil hat. And this was my plain and simple tinfoil hat. Tom, how did you make your hat?
I used tinfoil.
On your hat, right?
Of course.
On another hat. So he took his baseball cap and he molded that with the tiny penis on top.
Yours is a giant one, mine doesn't have any. Some
Yeah, she went pro Air Force, hat.
Yeah, I took a giant sheet of aluminum, one of the longer pieces that weren't like the wide one, but the long ones.
So she's
I
prepared for
ripped it,
any
put it
aliens
around my
that will
head.
escape because of this and come out. And so she wants to let everyone know she was on the Air Force side. Because, you know, they break in and
I'm all for
aliens
other
escape.
people. I'm all for other people storming the base, but I'm not going to because I don't want to die.
Yep. And like I said, this was my simple hat. This hat here is not my simple hat. This hat here has a large antenna on top. On the back, and what do we see all the time? We see the pods going through the back of the neck and entering the back of the neck. So this comes down over the back of my neck to so that, you know, if something shoots over, you know, I mean, I just watched a Star Trek Next Generation. That's where they were going. It was in the back of the neck. And I thought to myself then, man, I would make sure I had something on the back of my neck so whenever that thing tries to shoot across and hit into my neck, I am covered because it's just going to hit this tinfoil and go, ouch.
Tom looks terrified.
Don't worry, podcasts they put you to sleep in.
Podcast?
Invasion of the Body Snatchers, they put you to sleep.
Anything that involves invading the body, Dad's not very comfortable with.
Oh, poor Daddy.
He likes to keep his
Yeah.
body as his.
So this is my main hat.
Like, I'm pretty sure if Dad had to choose between getting, like, ripped apart by aliens or, like, getting, like, injected with their fluids and being dissolved slowly from the inside out, he'd probably rather get ripped apart.
And my idea is if you can get some glasses like this, you know, and the aliens will escape, you know, and if they have big eyes like this, maybe they'll just think you're one of them.
Or you're really crazy.
And they won't want you for that reason then. And since I pass as crazy half the time,
Yeah.
I am set to go. So, I'm going to leave this off so that I can show you how to make a hat. I think that's important that everybody knows how to make their hats. I got cheap tinfoil here.
From no specific places or anything.
And, of course, it doesn't want to come out this time. And I use my glass wig head. And I'm going to go around it. Well, I might not have made it big enough. And Phoenix, you start making the top. And start twisting it. And start twisting it, and that will help hold it in place. Now this one doesn't have the back show. That takes a lot of effort. Took me 2 or 3 tries to get my one that had the back show. But if you're just running in and you're not worried about things going through the back of your neck and invading your body, which you must not be if you're going to go through with this. Which I think you're silly if you do.
It's a little big for my head.
She has a little head.
Yeah, mine's got even got a secret pocket on the inside. It's not really
Show
secret.
them your secret pocket. Show it to them.
I can't. Then it would give away exactly where it is. It's hidden. You know where it is. You don't know where it is. That's of course it's still secret.
So hopefully this will give you some protection. And those people who watched the movie Signs, you know, they all were wearing their hats, and guess what? They helped them too. They did work on the movie. Of course, that doesn't mean they'll
Movie
really
magic.
work. Yeah, you know, might not really work for you. Now we got lots of hats. We can shoot at the neighbors.
They can make their own.
That's true. Well, when Raven gets here, Raven David's going to be visiting. Maybe she'll say hi if we do a show that week. I'm not sure. I don't remember if that's a week we do a show or not. So, it'll be 2 weeks before we do, not next week, but the week after when we do another show. I don't think that's the week. I think that's the week before. What time is it?
It is 20 till.
Wow. I already talked about the Russians in the one app. My gosh. So, what are some other things that we think are silly about this alien thing going on? Other than, it's going to be dangerous for you people. I was married to him most of the time he was in the Air Force. I'm going to tell you something. They will not mess around with these people when they try to come on government property that is prohibited for you to enter. One time him and I and the kids were driving around somewhere we shouldn't have been, and we were told, get away. And you know what we did? We got away. And it turned out it was a good thing we did because we were actually entering a gun range. And guess what? They will use, supposedly, the way I understand it, some of Area 51 is a gun range.
They do actually develop stuff there. It is a research facility. It is not just like your standard typical base. It is a military research facility. Which is why we all assume there's aliens there.
Yeah. I know, I can't remember what year it is. I think we did a show on it, or we were planning on doing a show on it if we ever make it down to Kentucky to visit everyone down there. But back in the 50s, I believe, 50s or 40s one, I can't believe, but I think it was the 50s. Supposedly there was a house. It was attacked by aliens.
Oh yeah, the Hobsonsville's goblins.
Yes, and they actually have a festival now for that. And
That
that started happening way after your dad and I got married.
Might be related to those people or something.
No, we're not related to those people. She wishes we were.
I would explain a lot about my family.
So, people have claimed, and then out in Minerva, Ohio, they have the Minerva monster. So, and then I've had a few people tell me they're not even sure, was it aliens attacking Minerva. So, and then some people say the Mothman, maybe he's an alien and not some demon, who knows? Who can have that kind of destructive power to take down a whole bridge, right?
Mothman.
Yeah. Tom, what about your alien insights? What about your opinion about the aliens? Have you ever seen a spaceship?
No.
Whenever I was a pre-teenager coming back from, I think it was Opryland, and it was late at night, we saw something go overhead of us. And my mom was quite sure, my aunt, they were like, we've never seen nothing like that. You know what it reminded us of whenever the movie came out? Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The lights were like that on it. So, and then we came up on one of my cousin's friend's car that had wrecked, and turned out later, I guess he was looking up at this thing too, and he went off the road and crashed.
Percentage-wise, in looking at the vastness of the universe, it would be difficult to say that with all the billions of galaxies and planets, that somewhere out there that there is most likely some form of life. Is it exactly like us? Probably not. Or it could be, you never know. But, and only time will tell. Maybe not in our lifetime, or maybe in our lifetime. You never know. And, but what would we do to a alien race if they came to our planet? Such as alienation, when a supposed alien slave ship crashed on Earth. And these were pretty much peaceful aliens, and we assimilated them into society. Would the aliens be like that? Would they be stronger and faster and smarter than us? We don't know. Or will they be very evil and dangerous and consider us cattle? A food source. You just don't know. Are all aliens going to be friendly and coming down with open arms? They're probably just as scared of us as we are of them.
What was it Stephen Hawking said? Stephen Hawking, the guy that died recently, he said they was coming down to get us.
I can believe that. Depending on what their motives are. That there's been a lot of movies that have portrayed aliens coming down, stealing our natural resources.
What was it, Aliens versus Cowboys?
Yep, they were stealing gold. They needed gold. It was something that they used for their fuel, their spaceships.
I forget, why exactly were they kidnapping the people, too?
I don't know, eating them?
Yeah, they were eating
Or
them.
slave labor?
Slaves and eating them. What about all those animals? I don't know if they still do because I haven't seen anything all the time. But remember, Tom, they used to have all those animals and farm ranches?
Oh, yeah.
They found and they were
Dissected.
Yeah, they were dissected. And they'd be out in the middle of the ranch. And so, like, if there was a medical student going out there doing that, it made no sense because why did they go that far in?
Right.
Then they never could find any footsteps or anything around the animals.
Those, and you have the crop circles, and then we go back, just turn on Ancient Aliens and seeing all the references to possible extraterrestrial beings in ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
And other cultures around the world showing the same thing, like pyramids being in South America, Central America, what's now the Middle East. They all have the same design, they're all pointed the same direction, and they all have similar drawings, winged people, flying people, people with what looks like helmets on. Is that, does this get into the conspiracy theory that, okay, well, do aliens do exist? How did we build the pyramids? And with ancient tools, building these mammoth structures with such accuracy and precision, and we can't even do that today, sometimes with our modern technology.
Yeah. I mean, if I remember correctly, there's like 3 different, the same exact style pyramids around the world, and they were all built at roughly the same time. Which is really weird when you think about it, because you would think that everyone would be developing a little bit differently, and they wouldn't be, discovering all the same things at exactly the same time. Like, the chances of that happening is really weird.
Yeah, no, I think a pyramid is a easy structure, to build, but when it's full of tunnels and catacombs and passageways and stuff, yeah, that's special. That takes a lot of thought. So you talk about geniuses back then. Wow.
They had to get creative.
Yeah. And then looking back, were some of our people that we say were great, such as Leonardo da Vinci, Thomas Edison, the people that invented things and created things.
Thomas Edison was a thief.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, Tesla.
There we go.
There we go. Did they have some sort of alien influence?
Tesla did lose his mind.
This goes into conspiracy theories. I'm not saying that I believe that, but, these are the theories that are out there.
Yeah, and going back even still to what you mentioned earlier, like, the universe is only so big, and we couldn't have been the only life to happen. There's the chance of there not being life out there is smaller than the chance of there being life out there.
Yeah. Now they could be on the other side of the galaxy. We may never see them.
From a religious standpoint, I just don't believe that God only made us. I believe that He has, because we're imperfect.
He has to have created other things that have been imperfect too.
Yes. And because He loves us, He didn't destroy us, right? He almost did, though, with the flooding.
The flooding and the.
But He said, He made a promise never to do that again. And so I'm thinking, well, how many places far? And you would keep us far apart from each other because then we would be fighting planets. But then at some point, one of these planets is going to advance so far that it can make a connection with one of the other planets.
If it is if we do look at it from a religious standpoint, we don't look at God as being like a good God. We think of it as being like I wouldn't say a bad God, but a fearful God, a vengeful God. You would think of it as once you become technologically advanced enough to travel to these other worlds that may or may not have life on them, what if it's just like down with the hammer and that's it, you're done, your civilization's gone? Just because
That's the timetable for the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Revelations.
Once you figure out how to travel to that other world that you think might actually have life on it, your civilization is just going to stop existing.
Because He's got to stop it there so that we don't contaminate it other places.
Yeah, I feel like we're all just like in a bunch of test tubes or petri dishes.
It might be.
We might be. Tom has thoughts.
I have beer. No, alien theories out there, there are many. Some people have claimed to have been abducted by aliens. Some people claim to have seen aliens. At one point or another, we've all seen something in the sky, whether daytime or night, that we can't explain. Or it didn't look like a plane, it looked like a cigar. Well, maybe it still was a plane, or a weather balloon, or something. I mean, when
The moon.
I guess it could be a planet, a shooting star.
No,
Or,
the moon. How easy it was to see the moon one night. Going to see your mom and coming back.
oh. Yeah.
Talking about mistaking things for a flying
It's like pareidoia in paranormal terms, when you see something that looks like something else, and you see something in the distance, like a moon shrouded in clouds, and you get closer, and it's a shell station.
By trees.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, that's weird. Looked like the moon.
And how many times did I mistake it as the moon? Like 3 times?
Yeah, so
one time when we were coming out of the nursing home and Mima was still alive.
That's one of
And
those
these were
3
different
times.
locations. Understand that my daughters are always yelling, "It's the moon!"
It's most.
She's done it. Raven's done
I
it.
don't remember Raven ever doing it. I only remember me doing
Yeah,
it.
she did it at the Shell station. She was the first one. She was the first one to yell out, "It's the moon!" And then you were the one from the nursing home.
I remember on the way home from.
It's because you both did it.
I can say I was both doing it, but I was also asleep when I did this, so I was really confused.
Yeah.
But I remember doing it, and I don't remember anyone else doing it.
Yeah, Raven did it. She'll
I remember
get
her in the
upset if
Circle
you try.
K.
She'll get upset with you if you try to steal her claim to fame.
I remember her destroying the Circle K. That was her claim to fame.
okay, now let's not start talking about destroying bathrooms at locations across the United States. We'll save that for another show.
Just so you guys know, I'm queen of that.
So, back to aliens.
Aliens!
I'm not saying there's aliens,
But there's aliens.
but there's aliens. I don't know. Craziness.
Like the pyramids. It's not.
Pyramids?
No, pyramids.
Oh, pyramids. I said
I'm not
pyramids.
saying they were aliens.
I'm not saying there's pods, but there's pods.
Go home.
I love Gary Tom.
Ugh.
He'll be laying in bed all night, and I'm gonna be when they're thinking about pods.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers just starts playing off in the background.
There was even a movie called Invasions that they, I think, were doing pods.
That was there was, I think,
with Nicole Kidman.
3 or 4 movies to the Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
I've never watched a whole one of any of them. Can't
I've
do
watched
it.
like 3 of them.
So
There's
anyway,
like the original, and there was the remake, and then there's number 2, and then I think there's number 3.
well, as we're getting close on
And
time
there's a
now,
book.
it always starts from a book.
Oh, truffles! Do you have the truffles?
Triffids.
Triffids. Not
Truffles
my-
are mushrooms people like to eat.
Well, I tell you what, I think some of them might be aliens too.
I have triffids growing in my yard. They just pop up out of nowhere. They're 3 feet tall, like overnight.
Yeah,
So
and
I
then
have
one
to cut 'em
Pokemon.
down.
What's that one Pokemon that looks like one?
The leap.
The yeah.
Yeah, so anyway. So, lots of good alien type movies, television
I'll
shows
tell
out
the
there.
chat people when you guys are ready to sign off.
We're getting there.
Yeah, it's time to start signing off. So, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. It,
Bye bye,
you know,
podcasters. I'm going to Facebook Live now.
talking about aliens is always a lot of fun. We'll have to do it again. And, you know, there's lots of good things out there. If you have any thoughts on aliens, go ahead and shoot us a message via Facebook. You know, and we'll glad to talk about it. You know, maybe on a future show. You know, what do you think of aliens? Are there aliens out there? Have you seen an alien? Have you been abducted by aliens, you know, or probed or whatever? You don't know. We don't judge. We don't care.
You're getting Mom really confused.
So,
Well, everybody thinks you're picking your nose.
So-
I was like poking my nose because I'm dead center on the Facebook, and I'm just like, I'm not the one talking.
So as we get things closed up, we at the Skeptics Sanctum, as we go forward, plan to bring you more guests, more remotes from events, and even being more skepticaler.
Skeptically or
Like we weren't skeptical enough already.
always?
And how can you keep track of us? It's easy. Go to the Skeptics Sanctum Facebook page, Lantern Paranormal Facebook page, and a host of other affiliated pages we have out there for information, dates, and times of where we're going to be, what we're going to be talking about, and stuff like that.
You signing off now?
Almost. I have to pay the legal bill. This is the most important part of the show.
Yes.
It's a very important
This
part.
goes for Facebook Live, so say it for both of them.
The opinions and facts expressed on the Skeptic Sanctum may or may not be factual, honest, truthful, or shared with anyone with any common sense. They may also not coincide with the beliefs, moral or otherwise, of the patriotic host, the Marxist capitalist co-host, the paid unpaid interns, or management, whomever management is. The Skeptic Sanctum also reserves the right to refuse service if you are not wearing pants. Tax, title, and license not included. Offers not valid in the District of Columbia, the Province of Quebec, the Principalities of the Valleys of Andorra, the country of Spain, the state of Michigan, and most parts of western Pennsylvania, including Pittsburgh. That's it. Anyway, good night, everyone. See you in a couple weeks. Peace out.
Skeptics Sanctum theme song. Skeptics Sanctum theme song.
Mania, including Pittsburgh. That's it. Anyway, good night, everyone. See you in a couple weeks. Peace out.
Yes, it's the Skeptics Sanctum theme song. Skeptics Sanctum theme song.
Mania, including Pittsburgh. That's it. Anyway, good night, everyone. See you in a couple weeks. Peace out.
Theme song.